Hello, welcome to my 5th creative journal, weekly creative journal. I am Rebecca Danger, and it's Monday, April 20th. It's my father-in-law's birthday. It's already been an interesting morning because we have lots and lots and lots and lots of birds in our yard, and I believe it's called a black-eyed junco that we started noticing, I think Saturday. Today's Monday, and he was just kind of sitting. We have a pergola out behind our house on the back patio, and he was sitting there, and my one son was like, "Oh, look, a bird." And so I named him Sterence because he was just sitting on the pergola staring in at the house looking at us. And I was like, that's weird. And then we saw him more yesterday, and then my son got up for the same one, the older one, got up for school this morning, and he's like, "Dad, you have to check this out." And Sterence is like, we have hummingbird feeders that suction cup to the window, and he was hanging out on that and like in the windowsill and like in the window. And now it's about 10, that was at about 8. I was just in there eating breakfast with my younger son, and sure enough, this bird is trying to get in our house and in the window, and he lands on this wire that we have like patio lights, and so he's landing on that. And then he hops onto the hummingbird feeder and he's pecking the window. So I got a little video of it I'm going to insert. And yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm a little bit terrified of like a 6-ounce bird right now, because I'm not sure why he wants in my house. So that's been entertaining. And the other thing I realized last night, I kept saying last week was a rough week, and I was blaming it on the rental house and getting that all turned over, which we've got everything. They have their keys and they're taking their time to move in now. And all of a sudden last night, I was just kind of ragey and irritable, and I maybe threatened to kill Mr. Danger. Maybe, I don't know. And he wasn't even doing anything. It was me. And I'd realized we went to Costco 2 weeks ago, and they had those AG1 greens on sale. And so we bought them, and first I told Mr. Danger I thought it was a rip-off. And then he's like, took him for a couple days and was like, "I feel great." And so I was like, I'll give him a try. And so I did. And last night I was like, man, I have just been edgy and irritable and anxious since I started taking those. I hope that's like, is the extra greens like making me grumpy? That's weird. And then I realized they have, I think 22, whatever the measurement is, mcg, of B12 vitamins, which make me anxious and irritable. So I'm chalking up it was not a good week. I was feeling pretty dang crazy by yesterday night, and so none of that for me today. So yeah, apparently I made myself grumpy with B vitamins last week. So good to know, good to realize, not taking them now. So it's a beautiful day out. We don't even have the heat on in the house. We sat out on our back patio with my dad yesterday for the first time. That was the first time we've sat out there we were out there for several hours. And it's gorgeous. So I'm just going to take it easy today. I'm going to show you what I got done over the weekend. I got some of the circles done. So here's one. I mimicked the cross things on the sides here. So there's one. Oh, I might be holding that too tall. So there's one. I got 7 done. This one has kind of a scribble doodle on it, which is kind of fun. And then I really like how this one came out. I could see a whole like garden of flowers like that. So I like that one. I added a second circle. This is my least favorite of the bigger ones, but everybody else seems to like it in the house. It's got kind of just doodles on it. I just went with only black on that one. And then I like these more. So here's another one with little X's. And then I did 3 rounds of stitching in there and there, and switch the color so it's blue on the inside and green on the outside and white, and then it's blue on the outside and green on the inside on that one. So I like that one. And then this one has gold thread, so it's sparkly in there. That one's kind of cool. I just kept stitching on that one. I had a plan, and then I just kept adding lines to it. And then I really like this one too with colorful fabrics. So yeah, I got those done. So I think I'll probably work on some more. I have 3 more of those to do in the house, and maybe some more. This is needle turn applique, which I've never done before, but enjoying quite a bit, and added those other shapes in with the leaves and the squares. So I'm gonna let those B vitamins flush out today and calm myself down, and we'll see what I get done. But I have pretty open, free, creative day, and I have some pretty good idea, like solid creative ideas running around that I might play with today. So I'll take you with me, and we'll see what I get up to today. Hello, good morning. It is Tuesday, April 21st. We just got all of the kids dropped at school because it's Tuesday. We do they call it a parent partnership program through our school district. So we homeschool our younger son. He's in that one. We do homeschool, but they provide all the curriculum and support and the testing and all that kind of stuff. And then he gets to do 1 day a week in school. So he has, I think he's at 4 classes. So he gets to actually hang out with other kids and be in a classroom environment too. So it's a good fit for us. My older son also does an alternative learning. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. Anyway, he was in the Home Connections, which is the one that my younger son does, but he's a 9th grader this year, and they do high school. They transfer it to the alternative learning environment. That's what they call it. So he does some online classes through the high school, and then he's in class a couple classes every day. So there you go. Now you know. I wanted to give you a bird report because Sterence was there this morning trying to get in the window, and then brought some of his bird friends with him. So at one point, Sterence was on the patio light cable, and then he had 2 bird friends next to him. So there were 3 of the there were 3 of the black-eyed juncos on the wire, and then there was a hummingbird flying by too. So there was all kinds of bird activity. So thought I'd give you the report. I got an improv house block done yesterday. It turned out a lot bigger than I expected. So it is probably 18 by 24-ish. I didn't actually take a measurement, but you can see it's quite big. But it's got the little Heather Ross mice in the windows down there too, and a little door and flowers. So that was fun. I'm gonna do it as a wall hanging, so it's not a big deal that it got ginormous. And it's fun because I was thinking, I grew up in, it's pink and pink hair now, but I grew up in a pink house. I didn't actually like pink at that point, probably because I grew up in a pink house. But it was really fun. It was a big old Victorian. I found a picture of it. I'll put in here. And yeah, so I grew up there in a big Victorian pink house built in 1890, and it's no longer pink. And it was really fun kind of channeling my childhood through and building this pink fabric house. So I'm going to make that into a wall hanging. I think the plan is I'm going to do some tutorials here for YouTube with this. So I think that's what I'm going to work on today. I want to add in the plan. We'll see if it changes because it is improv, but the plan is to do some improv mushroom blocks to add in with it. And I was thinking maybe an improv curved sun with rays maybe in the upper corner, and then maybe a tree next to it. That's what I'm thinking right now, but I'm going to go play with that today, and I think I'm going to make a second house, and maybe not as big as this time as that one, but it's fine. And yeah, it should be a fun day. So I'll take you with me, and I think that's all I have to say for today. And yeah, let's go get some sewing done and improv and work on a tutorial. And you know, it's a good day. It's sunny, it's beautiful. Oh, I forgot to tell you, bird report. So the 3 birds were the Sterence and his 2 buddies were in the big house, and then in the house, that's weird. And so before we dropped my younger son at school, I hopped over here to turn the heaters on because it's still a little chilly over here. It's a big bay garage, so it gets chilly. And I sat down here at the computer to check email or something, and there's a window behind the computer, and sure enough, a bird flew at the window while I was sitting here. So we do movie night every Friday, and for sure this week we're doing Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds with the boys because of Sterence and his buddies this week, so that should be fun too. So let's get some sewing done and see what we get done today, and I'll check in with you again tomorrow. Hello, good morning. It is Wednesday, April 22nd. It is Earth Day. It is my friend Tom's birthday. It's not very sunny today, but that's okay. I woke up feeling a little bit queasy and yucky, upset stomach this morning, but that is not going to stop me from getting some creative things done. So, bird report today, Sterence was gone, but there were 4 ravens roaming around the yard. We have a robot lawnmower, which is delightful. It came with the house when we bought it because we're on about 2.5 acres, so it really helps. That would be a lot of yard maintenance. If we named him George, the kids named him George, George the robot lawnmower, and so he mows around. It's amazing. Now that we have it, I don't know how we would live without it, but I, would never have bought it myself. So, but he was roaming around. He doesn't run. He moves at a very reasonable pace. And the ravens were kind of following him. So I wonder if he was churning up bugs and stuff and they were following. So that was fun. We have ravens here, bigger, not crows. We also have some crows, but we have the ravens. You can hear them make their kind of hollow, clucky sound is how I would describe it. So, let's see, yesterday I got mushroom blocks done. I showed you, I put a video in of one, but I thought I'd show you. They're all these little improv. I like this one a lot. Oopsies. And this one has a snail on it. And this is a tiny one. Obviously I was having fun with these. Here's another kind of traditionally looking one. And they're just kind of wonky, and they were really fun and easy to make. Tall one with stars. And I don't love them with my house block. I'm not loving my house block after sitting and staring at it yesterday, so we'll see what I do with it. A little orange one. So those were fun. I was just talking to Mr. Danger about it, and I was going to add a tree and mushrooms underneath and maybe the sun in the corner like I was saying. And I kept looking at it yesterday and I feel like it's all the same kind of value and color. And so it kind of feels like it blends. So I may put kind of maybe like a black and white and gray tiny 9-patch border on it. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I kind of abandoned it a little bit. Not really. I was talking to it. It's sitting on the wall and I was talking to it and deciding what to do. So, in the meantime, because we can't not be creating, I did a little bit more improv patchwork. This is going to be a little basket. I have one in the house I'll show you at some point. That's just a little basket, and I put all my wonder clips in it, and I just did an improv, pieced a bunch of scraps together, little line, and then it's got linen on top and bottom. I'll show you at some point. But it's very handy. It's very useful. I use it all the time. It's sitting next to the couch with all the clips in it. And I'd really like some more of those. And so I started on the back of this one too. But that's all I got. So a little kitty peeking in. I love that. And the butterflies. So I think I'm going to continue on this basket. I want some more coasters too. So I think the plan for today, we'll see how it goes, is I'm probably going to finish this up, and then I made 2 coasters, which I thought I brought in here, but apparently not. And I know we needed a bunch for in the house, and I made 2 and took them in, and we were using them, and then we started the podcast, and they've ended up back in the podcast room, which is just next door here. So I'm like, I need some more coasters. So I'm thinking, because I know there's lots of improv videos out there, I'm sure, but maybe I think I might record that as my first tutorial, do coasters, and then I want to do some pot holders too for me. That's what I want to do. So I'm like, well, I might as well just record it, and maybe how I do improv would be helpful for somebody. So, and then maybe do the baskets too. So the plan is to record my first YouTube tutorial instead of journal, like what this is today, and for coasters, and get some more coasters done. So yeah, I'll take you with me. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about it, but it should be great, and I just need to do it. So that's what we're gonna do. Be today or tomorrow, I'll figure it out. And yeah, I'll take you with me. We'll see what happens, and let's go make something at least. morning. It is Thursday, April 23rd. It is sunny. Sterence came for a little bit. I took a picture of him that I'll show you. And that's the bird report. That was it for this morning. It was pretty low bird activity. I have a little bit of a different day today because I'm working at the Blaine Art Gallery, the local art gallery, this afternoon. So I just thought I'd pop on here. I have some handwork to take with me there, but I thought I'd pop on and say I got my first tutorial taped yesterday, videoed. Oh my gosh, again, child of the 80s, right? Recorded. I got my first tutorial recorded yesterday. So I made this cute little coaster on the tutorial, and then I made this one afterwards with lots of strawberries because strawberries are my favorite. And yeah, these are the ones I had mentioned that I already had made that went in the house and then ended up back in the podcast room. So little pandas on that one. So those are the ones that inspired it. I think I'm going to try and see if I can get some more done today. These I quilted. Do you see I quilted there's little lines on it. And these I just went with how they come out pieced. So I don't know which one I like better, but I brought my basket to show you too. Here are those clips. So it's just a cute little, oh, look, I put seam up first, but it was just a bunch of, and it's actually, look right here. I apparently really pushed it on the scraps and that's not caught. So just a cute little basket, and I put my clips in it and I just use it all the time. I didn't quilt on the wrong side. There we go. It's better side. Not that it has a bad side. So I quilted in the linen and then just left the scraps plain and then quilted in there, and it's just a little gusseted, don't want to tip it, bottom. So I love that and I use it all the time. So that's what those two, oh, I brought it with me actually. I was thinking yesterday. So I had shown you this one. Which way does this go? Oh, I don't know. Let's just show it this way. Yeah, that looks fine. Hey, I got it right. Rainbows are right side up. So this is going to be one side for another little basket. And then I had shown you the half finished one yesterday. So I finished that up. Little teacups and strawberries and hearts and pink. So those I got done yesterday for another little basket. And yeah, I am excited about my tutorial video. It was really fun to do. Getting to just yammer about crafts for hopefully somebody who's interested, because a lot of people in my life are like, oh, she's talking about fabric and knitting and sewing again. So hopefully you're interested in it. Somebody out there has got to be. So yeah, I'm going to get just a little bit done out here this morning. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do yet. And maybe make another coaster if I have time. Oh, I probably have time. We'll see. And then I'm gonna be at the art gallery, so I'll be doing some stitching. I have a couple more of those needle turn applique circle blocks to finish, and probably not too much crafting today, but I'll take you along. We'll see what we get done, and otherwise tomorrow's Friday, so I'll do my final check-in for the week with you then. So yeah, let's go. Let's make something. Hello, good afternoon. It is actually after 1 today. It is Friday, April 24th. I have a dog, Juniper, not the one that I had on the other video. Actually, I was gonna try and get her to be up here with me, but she's hiding in the other room. So she has been up the last 3 nights in a row, every 2 hours, needing to go outside. So needless to say, both Mr. Danger and I are not feeling great today, and I feel a little queasy and yucky and slow also. So I spent most of the morning in the house. This is what I'm working on. This is the last one of my needle turn appliques that I'm working on. So I'll show you the other ones. I got this one done. I don't know how I feel about this one. I finished this one at the gallery yesterday. It's still got some pink marker on there. It's got little sparkle. Those are like a glitter thread, and then this one's a gold glitter. So I was kind of mimicking some of my little paintings I've done recently, which I meant to bring on here, but yeah, I forgot it. Not feeling great today. So it's okay. It took me several days. Not sure how I feel about it, but I did this one last night and I'm very pleased with this one. So this one has little trees and a little hill down here and then all the little stars up there. I'm very pleased with that one. But then, of course, what that meant was I got up, I finished like 3 more stars on it this morning when I got up. And then I had this one, which is the last one of all of the needle turn appliques to do. And I just sat there and I stared at it and I didn't know what to do because I was pleased with how this one came out. So it was like, oh no, I can never do another good one again. You know, do you guys do that too, or is that just me? So I spent some time on Pinterest. I have looking at some of the like other slow stitch stuff out there and trying to decide. And then I realized it had been an hour of looking and I was looking while my son was getting ready for school. And then I took him to school because I let Mr. Danger sleep in. And then I came back from school. I hadn't decided what I was going to do. I went back into my phone to look at things and I was like, you know what? If you haven't figured it out from an hour on your phone before, your phone's not going to help you. So what I decided on this one was just get stitching with the little mountains. And I'm very pleased with how those came out. And then I decided while I was working on that, because that was lots of time to think about it, I wanted to do more trees. I only did 3 trees on this one. And this is a smaller, this is I think a 6-inch and this is an 8-inch square. So I love the trees. So I was like, why don't you do more trees? So I just finished editing my tutorial video to hand to Mr. Danger. And so I finished doing the trees while I was watching that. So I'm gonna go finish that. I might take it outside. It's another beautiful day out. No bird report today. Sterence wasn't there. I didn't see any ravens either. I did see an eagle fly over. A bald eagle flew over the yard while I was sitting on the couch. But yeah, I've had a little bit of a slow start because I just haven't been feeling great. And but hey, I'm getting, you know, again, it doesn't stop me from crafting because it's making stuff is my favorite. So I think overall it's been a good week. I felt really confident in my tutorial video yesterday. And I'm thinking it's more like a workshop than a tutorial is kind of how I'm feeling now that I've edited it. And then I was watching it today and I was like, nobody's going to want to watch me ramble about sewing. So I'm telling myself not to judge it today because I already don't feel very great and I haven't had enough sleep. So I'm not going to judge it. I'm hoping it'll either be up, I'll either post it today, Friday, so it'll be out by the time this comes out, or I might post it Tuesday next week. So you'll find out if it's there or not. So yeah, thanks again for coming along with me. It's been a fun week. I'm feeling really excited about the possibilities of like sharing how I do this kind of stuff. I was thinking about some of the toys I've made in the past, and those would make great tutorials. I might do a coaster tutorial and a basket tutorial. And so I have, again, you know, the crazy hands. I have lots of ideas flying around in my head all the time. And it's feeling fun to have kind of an outlet to put them into. So hopefully you're enjoying this too. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you're working on this week. I realized doing because I just finished watching my tutorial, you can check out my Art is My Voice podcast that I do with my friend Tom. I think we have 5 episodes of those out already, and this is my 5th creative journal. So we'll have a 6th out next Wednesday, or this Wednesday, if you're watching this. And that's my Art is My Voice podcast, and it's available on YouTube or any of the podcast places. And then you can follow me on Instagram. Although, you know, I'm telling you this, but probably if you're watching this, you know these things. But I'm trying. I don't know. Maybe I'll say it next week. Maybe I won't. And then I updated my RebeccaDanger.com website this week and put all of my Wicked Chickens knitting patterns on there that I did with my friend Chris back in, I think it was 2017. So we started doing kits with those, but now I just have the patterns. So yes, thanks again for watching. Leave me a comment and let me know what you're working on. And I hope you enjoy my tutorial. And if you have a tutorial you want to see from me, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you again next week.